Football League. And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Cards and the Hawks, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16. And we got a good one straight between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin here alongside Charles Davis. At CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 3. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. And remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A look at the numbers for Lockett from a week ago. 4 catches, 59 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handled. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gaddis. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Murray. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned a ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, But the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 more on that one and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. And he fends him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Murray now on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. Open man here is Benson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Murray now to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season, and that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. To the right side, this is Walker. Gets around him. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on it, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number two. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured or at least shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
That's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Going with their tight end on 4th. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And a gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfire. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Murray now running right on the option. And out across midfield down to the 45. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. I tell you, there is no any good for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Hopkins on the ground over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From the 27, Murray. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Murray now. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Murray giving a counter on the option. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Connor. Nifty move. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Connor. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore from 6 yards away. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Ryan Succop for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that will be an 11-play drive, and the Cardinals keep it with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Left side complete to Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out now come the Cardinals.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First down, Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Connor on the read option. Down inside the 40.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to them back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 2nd and a yard. Murray over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Murray going to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he fights his way in. Not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown.
James Conner with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Seahawks. And it makes the score 14-7. So now, pretty time-consuming 10-point drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here, being chased out left.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back to throw again.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, That's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Murray. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point up and good by Sucker. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Job there by on the kick return. Excellent. The return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helps. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. You're taken right on the 30.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity miss there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They're going right back to Walker.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Now he steps away. A fancy running by Murray.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can. And that's what he's done very well in this game.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray will try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Succop's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24.
So giving 3 on that drive, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder if field goal is going to be enough because, as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Well, Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And Walker has it.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll look to throw again.
Quick throw, and that's Eskridge on the slant. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. This is the tight end fan. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tied game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Murray now on first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground and before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
2nd and 3. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from his head coach.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaching.
Now the ball comes loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing now is Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Got him in, it's Brown.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Murray again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He's going to keep this again.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. 14 yards that time for number 14.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 1. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there, is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First down, Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. From the 41, Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they got to get to the line quickly. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Murray's pass intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. He was defended by...
Now Murray's got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And out now come the Seahawks. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is of all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the